Hello and welcome to the Chronicles of a Gooner. Welcome to our live watch along of this one between Aston Villa and Arsenal. Coming to you from Villa Park. Huge game for both sides. It's massive. Arsenal, of course, looking to right the wrongs at Wolverhampton Wanderers the other night. So plenty for us to get our teeth into today. Hopefully Arsenal can pick up all 3 points so we can get back to winning ways and we can continue our push towards the European places. Big good morning, or good afternoon I should say. It feels like morning because it's so bloody early for a Premier League game. But a big hello to everybody who's joining us live in the chat right now. Hope you're all well. Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing it, everything loud and clear. Would love to get some feedback on that, of course, as always. Let's begin though by going through Arsenal's starting 11, and it's pretty much as predicted. I did think that, of course, that Runarsson was going to play because I didn't think that Matt Ryan was going to be past fit, and it was sod's law that as soon as I finished my preview show yesterday, Arsenal put out a tweet saying that Matt Ryan was available for selection. So there we are. Matt Ryan is in goal, makes his Arsenal debut today, and it's a back four of Hector Bellerin, Rob Holding and Gabriel, who comes in, of course, to replace the suspended David Luiz. Of course, Arsenal unsuccessful in their appeal of David Luiz's red card, which was very disappointing. At left back, it's Cedric, and in the midfield, it's that duo of Xhaka and Partey, which I think has brought so much balance to this Arsenal team of late. I've really enjoyed watching the pair form and start to develop a little bit of a partnership. Ahead of those two, it's a trio of Nicolas Pepe, who continues on the left despite Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang having a few more days of training under his belt. He remains on the substitutes bench. So Mikel Arteta opting to go with Nicolas Pepe instead. I think he's played very well of late. I think it would have been extremely harsh, actually, for Mikel Arteta to have dropped Nicolas Pepe based on the recent performances. So I'm delighted to say that he remains in the side. Emile Smith-Rowe continues in that number 10 position. Some people thought that maybe Martin Odegaard would get a start today, but it seems very much at the moment that if Smith-Rowe is fit, Smith-Rowe will play. And how can you argue with that? He's been so impressive of late. Also, Bukayo Saka continues on the right-hand side where he's been in mesmerising form. He's been scoring goals. He's been providing assists. He's been contributing fantastically well to this Arsenal side from that left flank. So really looking forward to seeing Bukayo Saka continue in that position. And of course, up front, it's Alexander Lacazette. Let's quickly take you through the Villa team. It's Martinez in goal, Cash, Konsa, Mings and Target, with McGinn and Nakamba in the midfield, Ross Barkley playing just ahead of them, Traore on the right, Grealish from the left, and Ollie Watkins leads the line for them. Of course, Watkins scored a brace against Arsenal, didn't he, in that corresponding fixture at the Emirates Stadium. Watkins, of course, an Arsenal fan as well, which is very interesting. Let's have your predictions in the chat. I know a few of you put them in the preview show yesterday, but I'd like to get them again so we can be up to date. And what I also want you to do, and we're only going to run this up until kickoff, is I want you to put in the minute that you think Arsenal are going to score in today. I'm going to take down the entries, and the closest one to the right minute will get sent in the post a copy of the Chronicles of a Gooner book, which was a book documenting the last season under Arsene Wenger, written by yours truly. So I want to give away a copy of the Chronicles of a Gooner today. So put in the live chat which minute you think Arsenal are going to score in. If Arsenal don't score today, we'll carry over the competition to the next watch along that we do. But yeah, get your minutes in. Make sure you get those in before kickoff. Any entries that come in after kickoff will not be counted because it won't be fair. So yeah, copy of the Chronicles of a Gooner book, written by yours truly, which features interviews with Ray Parlour, Kevin Campbell, Tom Watt and Robbie Lyle about AFTV as well, because back then AFTV was really starting to blow up, so it was interesting to get some insight on that. There you go. It's a proper thing. One of my proudest achievements, and I want to give a copy of this away to one of you guys. Let me take down those entries actually, so that I don't miss them. I don't want anybody to get one in and I don't catch it. Let's see what we got here. Let's take some of these down on a little post-it note or something. Let's have a quick look. Right, we've got Jamie Freeman, who says 27 minutes. Harry Land says 7th minute. So this is the first Arsenal goal. Lewis Cooper says 25th. And of course, if Arsenal do not score today, then we will carry the competition over to the next show. Akshay has gone for a 3rd minute. What else have we got here? Graham Usher says 11. Freddie says 17. That's Freddie Cobley. I need to write these down quicker. My God, I'm really slow. Xander says the 18th minute. Chris Pantelli has gone for 36. Jordan Charles has gone 5th. Dave Atkinson has gone 3. 28 Guy Happy. 28th. Makes sense given the name. Steve Stone has gone for the 19th minute. So this is the minute that Arsenal are going to score their first goal in. And and whoever is the closest, as I say, will win a copy of the Chronicles of a Gooner book, which I'll post out to you. As I said, it was published at the back end of the 2017-18 season. When I started writing it, I didn't know it was going to be Arsene Wenger's season. So actually, the book took a nice turn because it had an added bit of a story to it. And yeah, I'd love to send one of you guys a copy. If you're a member, by the way, if you are a member, get your entry into the Discord server as well, just in case, just for double clarity. What else have we got? Peanut Butter Jelly Time. That's a nice screen name. Let's have a look. Peanut Butter says 50. Wesbird has gone with 28. If 2 of you get the same one, if there's 2 winners, we'll send out 2 copies, no problem. T Talks has gone 14th. That's I think, is that Russian letters in that screen name? 10th. And there, yeah, that's it. Cool. Right. We'll get that copy out to whoever gets closest to Arsenal's first goal scoring time. So really looking forward to that. But let's start to discuss the game. Let's focus on the game a little bit now. Of course, Arsenal played extremely well, didn't they, in that first few minutes at Wolves the other day. And we're hoping that Arsenal can replicate that kind of performance. If they can, great, happy days. Then Arsenal stand a really good chance of winning this one. Villa have been a little bit up and down of late, but Aston Villa have shown on numerous occasions this season that they can, they can beat the big sides. I don't know if you want to class Arsenal as a big side anymore. We're a big club, maybe not a big side, but they have proven that they can compete with the very best in the division. They had a massive, massive win over Liverpool, if you remember back to that right at the beginning of the season. And yeah, I've been impressed with them this season. Not only have they been effective in their results, they've got a lot more points at this stage of the season than they did at this same stage last time out, where, of course, they narrowly escaped relegation in the end. But yeah, they've got talent. They've got talent. Jack Grealish, Ollie Watkins, Ross Barkley has found a new lease of life there as well. So it's not going to be an easy game, this one, but it's one I do feel that if Arsenal perform to their maximum or close to their maximum, they certainly can do so. Don't forget, if you want to become a member of the channel and you haven't done so already, click the link in the description and you'll be able to sign up and receive a number of benefits and perks. Yeah, we love your support. Big hello to all my members joining me right now as well. And if you're just joining us a little bit late, don't forget, guess the minute of Arsenal's first goal today. If they don't score a goal today, we carry the competition over. But whoever gets closest will win a copy of the Chronicles of a Gooner book, which I had published at the end of the 17-18 season. So Arsene Wenger's last season. I documented the whole season from a fan's point of view in a book format. I was delighted when it was published, and here it is. So I will send out a copy to whoever gets closest to the minute that Arsenal score their first goal in. Billy Anderson's gone for the 24th minute. And don't forget, if we don't score, then I will carry that over. But I won't announce the winner until probably later on the socials, because I'm going to dash straight to work after this. So the review show will come to you guys tomorrow morning, unfortunately, but I am working and I need to get down to London Bridge to get into the studio and get all prepared for the game between Fulham and West Ham United. Right, let's get that crowd effect put on, and let me know if that's coming through loud and clear for you guys as well. Yeah, big one this. Aston Villa versus Arsenal live in the Premier League. And a game that means a lot to both of these sides. Aston Villa making their way out onto the pitch at the moment. Empty Villa Park. Horrible, isn't it, to see empty stadiums for games that should be, that should attract big crowds, and games, historic ones such as this between teams like Arsenal and Aston Villa, who over the years have played out some really good encounters. Arsenal have certainly had the better of it. There's no doubt about that in history. But never an easy game, never an easy trip to Aston Villa. Give me a quick thumbs up if you're getting the mix through of the crowd ambience, as well as this time Arsenal make their way out onto the pitch. Let's quickly run you through the Arsenal team once more. Matt Ryan in goal. It's a back four of Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel and Cedric. Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka are the midfield duo, with Bukayo Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe and Nicolas Pepe providing support to Alexander Lacazette up front. Arsenal in their change strip of navy, is that what you want to call it? With a pink trimming. Gabriel Magalhaes, of course, back in the starting 11 due to the suspension of David Luiz. Quickly run you through the Villa team once more. Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Mings, Target, McGinn, Nakamba, Traore, Barkley, Grealish and Watkins. Just having a look at some of your comments. I am trying something different with the crowd sound today to try and make it a little bit better, because it hasn't been good over the last few weeks. So I want to make sure that I can get that as close to being perfect as possible. Is it that it's not coming through clearly, or is it that it's not loud enough? Let me know in the chat and I'll make the necessary adjustments. I'm live, so I can't check it, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying. And I'm not able to get the monitor sound that you guys are getting, which is a little bit frustrating, obviously. Don't forget, though, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Can't hear it. Cool. I think I know what it is. Let me sort that out now. Here we go. Let's have a look if that's made a difference. 1 second. Bear with me, I'll get that sorted. Kickoff is fast approaching. Don't worry, I'll get that sorted for you guys in just a moment. I just want to make sure that we get the clock on the right second so that we're all up to date and everybody can tune in and make sure that their streams are all synced as best as possible. Mikel Arteta taking on Dean Smith here in this one. Players, of course, going to take the knee in support of the Black Lives Matter campaign, and at a time where there's been some calls from some people suggesting that we should stop doing it. You know, we've seen so much racism, online, horrible abuse of late. You can certainly understand why the players want to keep it up, and rightly so. Here we go. We're underway here at Villa Park. It's Arsenal versus Aston Villa. A big game for the Gunners. Can they start fast like they have done in recent weeks? Fingers crossed they can, because they have been really, really good of late, the Gunners, and hopefully they can carry that through into this one as well. Let me try and work and fix the sound issue. Can you guys hear me loud and clear though? And I'm doing my best right now while we're live to make sure that this is all working. It's annoying because it was all working fine when I did the test before. Here's Ollie Watkins though on the left wing for Aston Villa. Looks to find Jack Grealish, but Thomas Partey gets there and does really, really well. How's that? Has that come through? Here is McGinn for Aston Villa. Looks to play a ball in behind towards Watkins. Here's Traore now on the right for Villa. Cuts it back. Watkins' shot deflects in. And Aston Villa have an early lead. We hope that Arsenal would have the fast start here at Villa Park. But it's Aston Villa who have gone in front inside just 2 minutes. Dreadful start to the game for Arsenal. Really bad start. McGinn played the ball in behind. Gabriel's miscue. Played the ball into Cedric, who tried to lay it off for Gabriel. Didn't know that Traore was there. He cuts it back. And Rob Holding, in his efforts to block Ollie Watkins' shot, has deflected it into the far corner. And Aston Villa have the lead. Really sloppy start from Arsenal. Really sloppy start. Matt Ryan didn't really stand a chance, did he? But as Steve Stone points out in the chat, it is an absolute gift. It is an absolute gift. It really, really is. Really disappointing start to the game. And it's Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. You just can't in this league, you know, you can't start games like that. You really can't. Got to be on your toes from the very off. You've got to be prepared. We've got a corner now on the right hand side that Bukayo Saka is going to take. Bukayo Saka to deliver this left-footed. In it comes into the penalty area. Gabriel heads it back across the 6-yard box. Holding trying to get there, but Aston Villa get it clear. It'll be an Arsenal throw on the left-hand side. No, it's been gone Villa's way. I think it took a little bit of a deflection. As pointed out by many of you in the chat. It's a poor mistake, wasn't it, from Cedric. It's been so good of late as well. I honestly don't know what happened. Just a lapse in concentration. I don't know. Maybe it came too early in the game for him. I know that's not an excuse, but just tried to lay it off into Gabriel's path. Unaware of his surroundings there, Cedric. And Arsenal have paid the price. Question marks maybe over whether Matt Ryan should have saved it. I know some of you are suggesting that in the chat. I'm not 100% sure though. Akshay says Gabriel was on his heels for that goal. Cody says, I think Leno saves that even with the deflection as Lacazette plays it left to Emile Smith-Rowe. He's inside Aston Villa's penalty area. Into the feet of Pepe. Looks to engineer some space, but Villa defend well. They get back in numbers and they end up winning a goal kick. Steve Stone says, Sunday morning hospital ball that was. Matt G says, hope that doesn't affect Matt Ryan's confidence. Certainly far from the ideal start for Arsenal here. Really disappointing way to kick things off. All good with the audio? Traore chasing in behind Gabriel, who just lays it back to Matt Ryan. Takes a touch, the Australian, and then plays a good ball out to Cedric at left back. Infield to Emile Smith-Rowe. Now it's with Xhaka, who's just dropped in between the two centre-halves, as he does so often in order to get on the ball. Here's Holding now. I agree with Graham. You can't blame Ryan for that. As I said, there's a lot of suggestion in the chat. There's a lot of conversation about that. I don't think so. Here is Rob Holding. Now Lacazette into Bellerin. You should be able to hear the crowd a little bit better now. Let me know in the chat. It sounds really, really stupid, but if I tell you why, you're going to laugh. Big hello to Melons, who's joining us live for the first time for one of our watch-alongs here on the Chronicles of a Gooner. Here's Martinez, former Arsenal goalkeeper, of course, plays a pass out left, met by the head of Matt Targett. Now it's with Holding into Thomas Partey. Here's Xhaka. Now it's with Gabriel. Into Emile Smith-Rowe. He'll bring the ball forward down the left-hand side for Arsenal. He's on the edge of Villa's box, just checks back in field. Plays it into Pepe. Shifts it out of his feet, puts it into the box, headed away by Konsa, but Bellerin will retrieve it. Here's Saka on the corner of Villa's penalty area. He's got Grealish and Targett for company. Plays it back to Bellerin, who puts it into the box towards Lacazette. He's taken one in the head there from Ezri Konsa. It's going to be a stoppage in play as the two players are both down holding their heads and they'll both receive some treatment. As we've already touched on, a really, really disappointing start to the game for Arsenal. There's no doubt about that. There's plenty of time to go though. And my prediction was a 2-1 Arsenal win. So maybe, just maybe, that is still alive. I'll give you guys a quick explanation why these players are down as to why the crowd sound has just got better. I need to turn it up on the mixer to a certain level for it to filter through to you guys. But in doing that, it absolutely deafens me in the earphones, which is why if you're looking at me thinking, why has he got headphones around his neck and the microphone pointing at his mouth? That's why. This way, I don't get deafened, but you guys can hear the crowd noise. Need to do something about the balance on it. But yeah, just give me a thumbs up in the chat if that's all okay now, because I know I keep going on about it and I promise I'll stop after this, but I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the best viewing, listening experience that you possibly can. It's my desire to be a perfectionist, probably being a bit of a pain in the arse at the minute. Big hello to Mr. Tesh, who's just joined us as well. Matt G's giving us the thumbs up, great. Alexander Lacazette looks as though he's okay to continue. Of course, the concussion subs are in play here today, should they be needed. I think both players are going to be fine to just dust themselves off, get back up and get on with it. Don't forget, if you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, what are you waiting for? It doesn't cost a thing. I know the game's not going our way at the moment, but I'd love you guys' support by simply smashing the like button as Gabriel plays this forward. It's Pepe on the halfway line. He goes down holding his face now. Ball's played into him. The referee stopped the game because it is a head injury. Just a clash there with Matty Cash. I think it was the ball actually that hit Nicolas Pepe in the face. Over 100 of you with us right now. I mean, there's no excuse why we can't get this up to 75 likes at least. He is holding. Plays it square to Gabriel. Now Xhaka. Into Partey. Now it's with Cedric. Just signs maybe that Arsenal are starting to settle down a little bit. Here's Martinez in goal for Villa. Out towards Traore on the right. Xhaka heads it forward down the left-hand side. It will roll all the way along the touchline and go out for an Aston Villa throw-in. Arsenal looking to box Aston Villa into their defensive third here. The worst possible start for Mikel Arteta's side here. But all is not lost. We're only 10 minutes in here at Villa Park. Smacked up into the air by Cash. Xhaka's underneath it. Steve Stone says, going to upset you now, Harry. Your mic is now over-modulating. What does that mean? As in it's too loud? Like it's going distorted? I'll move it away slightly. Arsenal have a free kick now and an opportunity to get the ball into the penalty area. I've moved it away from my mouth a little bit now. It should be better. Let me know. Cedric plays it square to Granit Xhaka. Arsenal take the free kick short. They've switched the angle to the right now. Bellerin puts it into the box. Gabriel wins the header at the far post. It's back across the 6-yard box, but cleared by Aston Villa. Now it's with Cedric on the left. Not sure what his intention was there, Cedric, but he's put the ball out for an Aston Villa throw-in. Thanks, guys. Sorry for all of that shit at the beginning with the mic. Plenty of you watching. Let's smash the likes up. Let's subscribe to the channel if you're new and if you're interested in becoming a member of the Chronicles of a Gooner channel. You can do so by clicking on the link in the description. Cash takes the throw-in for Villa on the right. Thomas Partey comes across and wins the ball for the Gunners. It's now with Rob Holding inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Just leaves it for Granit Xhaka. Bellerin back to Holding. Here's Gabriel now. Arsenal have had 74% of the possession so far. Yet to create an opportunity though. Villa gifted a goal inside 2 minutes. Having lost at Wolves the other night, this became a really, really important game. Even more so than it would have been previously. Said that I wanted 7 points from the games with Wolves, Villa and Leeds. It's impossible to get that now. The maximum would be 6, but we find ourselves a goal down here at Aston Villa. And to get 3 points here, to turn this one around, is going to be a big ask for this Arsenal side. Here's Grealish just to the left of Arsenal's penalty area. 4 Arsenal players around him, but he still manages to come away with the ball. Gets to the byline like he likes to do. I pointed it out to you guys in the preview show, didn't I? That Jack Grealish really, really enjoys getting to the byline. Despite being a right-footed player, playing on the left, everybody expects him to go on the inside all the time. But Grealish has a lot more variety to his game. He's won Aston Villa a corner here, and it's a chance for them to test this Arsenal defence. In comes the delivery from Grealish, cut out at the near post by Saka. It's looped up in the air and then Saka clears it, but it's only as far as target. Here is Grealish now. He's gone all the way back to Emi Martinez on the edge of his penalty area, and he'll spray one out left into the direction of the Aston Villa captain, but it's gone out for an Arsenal throw-in. 14 minutes on the clock here. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Here's Grealish on the left. Partey for company this time. Partey does well to win it. Bellerin helps it on, and it's back with Partey now. Into Xhaka. Just lays it off to Gabriel at left centre-back. Shifts it out of his feet and plays it into the midfield for Thomas Partey. Squares it to Lacazette, who dropped deep. Now it's with Saka on the right flank. You can see Laka making the move on the outside of him. Saka goes to step inside John McGinn, and he's dispossessed. McGinn plays a ball forward in search of Ollie Watkins, who's made a run in behind, but it's cut out by Rob Holding. Jay Dubia says he missed the first 4 minutes of the game and we're already 1-0 down. Graham says stupid foul from Gabriel. He needs to be better today and he hasn't started well. He just hasn't looked sharp, has he, when he's been on the pitch in recent weeks. And I know the coronavirus knocked him for 6 and I've had the virus. I know it can do that. And I'm not even I'm not an athlete. So if I found it difficult moving from my bed to the couch, then I'm sure Gabriel's found it difficult to go out there and perform at an elite level, and I completely understand. The only way he's going to get fit again is by playing. And Mikel Arteta, of course, forced into bringing Gabriel into the team today due to the suspension of David Luiz. Arsenal, of course, unsuccessful in their appeal against that red card at Molineux on Tuesday night. Ryan Adams asks, who's at fault, Harry? Cedric, Gabby or Ryan? I think you've got to look at Cedric. It's a sloppy pass. It's a loose pass in a really dangerous area. He's obviously not aware of his surroundings when he's played that ball. And from the minute Villa had won the possession, Traore put the ball across. Watkins' shot took a deflection that probably just caught Matt Ryan unawares. Some of you have been saying in the chat that you thought Matt Ryan maybe should have done a little bit better. The reality is, when we're talking about Matt Ryan, you know, as much as people wanted to see him start today ahead of Runarsson, he hasn't been training. He's trained once this week. And he hasn't played a game of football at Premier League level since early December. Which is why when I did my prediction, I didn't stick him in the team. I'm not confident in Runarsson. I'm not saying that for a second. But, you know, it tells you a lot about how Mikel Arteta feels about Runarsson to just throw Matt Ryan into the lion's den the way he has today. Big hello to Jashar as well, joining us in the chat. Here come Villa on the attack again. Traore plays it right for Cash, who's made the overlapping run. Forced back, though, by Xhaka. McGinn plays it in between the lines to Traore. Low cross into Arsenal's penalty area. Cut out, but it's back with Cash to the right of Arsenal's penalty area. Floats it in. Met by the head of Xhaka. Pepe chests it down to Partey on the edge of his own box. And Arsenal look to break here. Here's Lacazette. Now Saka. But he's got Pepe in space to his left if he can find him. Which one will he go for? He tried to go for Saka. Perhaps that was the wrong option. Nicolas Pepe was making a great run on Arsenal's left-hand side. But Lacazette just delayed the pass. And in the end, Villa won it back. Grealish has gone down now just inside Arsenal's half. And he's won Aston Villa a free kick. Just looked to go past Hector Bellerin, who just caught him there. Just seen a replay of that breakaway. Lacazette had it in the centre circle. He had Pepe to his left, Saka to his right. Decided to go with Saka in the end. I would have gone with Pepe and I would have played the pass a hell of a lot earlier. Back with Emi Martinez now in the Aston Villa goal. Plays it short to Tyrone Mings. It's back to Martinez. Here's Konsa into Matty Cash at right back. Plays it into the feet of Traore. Likes to drift infield, doesn't he, Traore, based on what we've seen early on. Cash creates the overlap and Traore just diverts infield and causes a bit of an overload. Plays in between that space between the centre-back and the full-back. It's what's known as the half space. Big hello to Mark as well, who's just joined us. He says, big up Harry, how many goals have we conceded this season due to unforced errors? It's becoming a joke. I don't disagree with you, mate. Don't disagree with you in the slightest. Matt Targett's going to take a throw in for Aston Villa in the left back position. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. I can see there's over 120 of you watching us We've only got 65 likes. Let's get that up to 100 ASAP. Here's Ross Barkley driving forward for Aston Villa. Plays it left to Grealish. Looks to step inside. Bellerin sells him the dummy. Finds Barkley, who pulled out left to support his captain. It's back with Target now. Barkley again. Switches the play. Cash takes it down. Puts it into the box. Met by the head of Gabriel. Xhaka does well to take that out of the air. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe. Lays it off to Bellerin now. It's with Saka on the right. Mings has come out to confront him. Emile Smith-Rowe will pick it up off of his fellow academy graduate. Here's Saka now, just slightly infield. Finds Xhaka. Can he switch the play? Pepe's in plenty of space here. Tries to do it, but the pass is deflected. It's cleared away by Konsa, but it's back with Thomas Partey now. Here is Emile Smith-Rowe on the right flank. Into Bellerin, into the feet of Lacazette. Helps it on. Saka will try and get to the byline here, but out came Emi Martinez to gather it. Good goalkeeping from Martinez, but the pass from Lacazette, you feel, was just slightly overcooked. Had a bit of spin on it as well. That meant when it hit the ground, it just spun away from the chasing Bukayo Saka. You know, there are benefits to Saka playing on the right-hand side. He's been very, very effective from there. But in that kind of instance, where he's clearly left-footed and the ball's spinning the other way, it does make it difficult. Villa play a ball forward, but Matt Ryan will come and gather it. Ollie Watkins was on the chase here. Arsenal just starting to move the ball a little bit better in these last few minutes. I know a lot of you in the chat don't think so, but I do think Arsenal are starting to settle. Just need to cut out these sloppy passes like that one that's led to an Aston Villa throw on their right-hand side, Arsenal's left. 21 minutes on the clock here. Big hello to Mr. Chelebiz, who says, this game is too pedestrian, need to pass it quicker. You do feel if Arsenal just add a little bit more zip to their game, they could hurt this Aston Villa side, who for all their attacking talent are by no means impenetrable defensively. Here's Nakamba. Rob Holding did well to win possession back for Arsenal, but his clearance ends up back with a Villa player. He gets a second bite of the cherry. Emile Smith-Rowe goes into a challenge with Target. Partey clashes with McGinn, does well. Here's Lacazette. Pepe takes it forward. Here's Saka now inside the penalty area on the right for Arsenal. Looks to stick one into the penalty area. Arsenal want a handball. They're not going to get one. They're going to get a corner. Like to see a replay of that. Saka's attempted cross has come off the hand of Nakamba. There's no doubt about that. Are the VAR going to take a look at this? He does have his arms behind his back, but then he turns into the ball. Nope, it looks as though play is going to continue. Might have been a little bit harsh, but in a week where referees have certainly not made friends with the Arsenal supporters, I can understand why some Arsenal fans will be frustrated not to see that given. We've got a corner from the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka is the man standing over it. Just drifts it in towards the far post. Martinez does really well to gather that. It looked as though it might have been going out for a goal kick. But with Gabriel lurking, he certainly couldn't take a risk. Just seeing the goal again. Long direct ball forward from Martinez. McGinn went for the ball in behind. Gabriel did well to cut it out. Cedric just sloppy in his layoff back to Gabriel. And then he couldn't get back in time to cut out the cross. And there was Ollie Watkins to fire it towards goal. Took a deflection. And you have to say, the deflection beat Matt Ryan, despite the effort not really being particularly powerful or accurate for that matter. Stroke of fortune for Aston Villa, but they were sharp enough to capitalise on an Arsenal error. Here's Grealish on the left for Aston Villa. Graham Sutherland says, Harry, you're getting desperate if you want that as a penalty. As I said at the time, mate, in a week where things haven't gone our way in terms of the officials, I'm certainly going to appeal for it. Not one I'm going to particularly lose sleep over, though, or have a rant about like I did with the David Luiz sending off. Matt Shively says, you did say look out for a suspicious VAR call. I think there's still one to come, mate, because David Coote is renowned for it. He is, of course, the fourth official today. Grealish will take this corner for Aston Villa from their left-hand side. In it comes. Matt Ryan gets a good couple of hands to it. It's back with Grealish, though, on the left-hand side. Lacazette's gone out there to defend him. Barkley turns. Barkley's inside the box now. He's got 3 or 4 Arsenal players around him. Good defending in numbers from the Gunners. Here's Grealish in behind. Cuts it back low. Cut out by Bellerin. Pepe and Emile Smith-Rowe combining as Arsenal look to build a counter-attack here. Lacazette in the right-back position. Not where you want to see him. But Arsenal are willing to defend as a team. Arsenal have certainly done that better this season, if nothing else. Gabriel goes down under the challenge of Watkins. Just drew the foul out of Watkins there. The Brazilian defender. Plays back underway. It's with Rob Holding at right centre-back. Now Bellerin. Here's Xhaka. Into Partey. Helps it on to Cedric on the left. Just about kept that in. Cody S says, don't fix bad reffing with more bad reffing. Yeah, you make a good point. Here's Partey. Now Saka on the right flank. Lots of Villa bodies behind the ball. Everyone at the moment. Here's Cedric at left back, just inside Villa's half. Looking to carry the ball forward and try and put right the error that led to Aston Villa's opener here. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe, infield to Xhaka, takes a touch. Then into the feet of Lacazette on the edge of the D. Lays it back off to Xhaka. Into Cedric. Arsenal finding it difficult to break through here. But here's Pepe. His shot is deflected. And Emi Martinez will catch it just under his crossbar. I think it was actually a cross from Nicolas Pepe. But Granit Xhaka again picking him out. Good ball in between the lines. Picking out those holes in Aston Villa's defence. Very few, mind you, at the moment. But they do exist. Here's Saka, goes down under the challenge of Grealish. Arsenal are going to have a free kick. Akshay says Xhaka's looking good. He is indeed. He's been brilliant of late, you know. He's been so good. Where's my Granit Xhaka figurine? Here he is. Here he is. Here we go. Would you let Xhaka have this free kick? I would. Xhaka, Pepe, both full of confidence at the moment. Both probably playing their best football in Arsenal shirts to date. Here it is. Granit Xhaka. Can he deliver? Can you imagine Granit Xhaka rifles this into the top corner? This clip might go viral if he does. Xhaka's the only man standing over it now. It's destined for Granit Xhaka to find the top corner. Cedric's there too now. Xhaka! Oh, good save from Martinez. Really good save. Because that was certainly destined for the top corner. What an effort that is from Granit Xhaka. I think that was just dipping under the crossbar. Oh, it certainly was close. It's a massive left hand from Martinez. Really good stop. Saka's going to take the resulting corner. Nicolas Pepe's just dropped short for Saka should he decide to use him. Plays it short to Pepe. Arsenal looking to switch up the angle. Saka's pass was a loose one. It's gone back to Bellerin now. It's back with Pepe. Can he deliver? Blocked by Grealish. Such a waste of a corner. You bring the big boys forward and you just muck around with it just a little bit too much. In it comes, met by the head of Rob Holding, but it's wide of Martinez's left-hand post. Arsenal starting to threaten though. The passing's been better in the last few minutes. Getting into the dangerous areas. Xhaka forcing a really, really good stop out of Martinez just a moment ago from that free kick. You know what? It might have been hitting the crossbar, but Martinez could take no risks. That's a massive jump and left hand, isn't it, from the former Arsenal goalkeeper. I do think that Bernd Leno is the better of the two keepers overall, and particularly when you take into consideration the way that Arsenal want to play. Oh, here's Traore inside the box, looks to chip it over Matt Ryan, makes a good save, it comes to Barkley, blocked by Gabriel. Partey's back defending now. Arsenal get away with that. Aston Villa in behind, Traore popping up on the left hand side this time. It was Ross Barkley who played it into him. He turned away from Cedric, away from Holding, and went to just dink it over Matt Ryan, who to his credit didn't sell himself there, didn't go down to ground. Did really, really well to stand up, be tall and make the save. Saka looks to be going behind the Aston Villa player here. Surely the card's going to come out for the Aston Villa man. It's a yellow card from Chris Kavanagh. Konsa doesn't even think it was a foul. Bukayo Saka looked through on goal there to me. Just seeing it again. Saka just gets the right side of Konsa from his perspective. There's a tangle of the legs between the two players. Just seeing it again. Saka just showing his sharpness in that bit of pace. I think it would have been probably harsh to send Konsa off, if I'm honest. Just because we made a big hoo-ha, didn't we, about David Luiz's red card for an accidental challenge. I think a booking is probably right there. But again, despite conceding an opportunity at the other end, Arsenal showing that they do have the ability to get in behind this Aston Villa side when they push forward. Saka's gone down and he's receiving treatment. It doesn't look good for Bukayo Saka, and the last thing we need now is to lose him to injury. Whatever you say about Mikel Arteta, right, whether you like him or not, whether you think he's the right man to lead Arsenal or not, what you cannot deny is that he has got absolutely shit luck. He has got shit luck. If it's not injuries, it's decisions. If it's not decisions, it's goalkeepers pulling off worldy saves. His luck is just terrible. Matt G asks if Konsa was booked. He was, yeah. Konsa has been booked, and Arsenal have a free kick now to the right, about midway inside Aston Villa's half, but it represents an opportunity to get the ball in the penalty area for sure. Cedric's delivery met by the head of Holding. So high and wide again. I say this every week and it's relevant again. Rob Holding gets on the end of those deliveries so often, but he's got to do better in hitting the target. He just doesn't do that often enough. Just having a look back at that chance from Traore, and you can see it. As soon as Traore turns, the first thought in his mind is to dink it over the on-rushing Matt Ryan, who, as I said at the time, did brilliantly because he didn't go down to ground. He didn't sell himself. He stood tall, made himself big, and was able to claw it away. Really good stop that from Matt Ryan. Here come Villa. Here's Watkins. Granit Xhaka will pick up the ball, but Villa have it back, and then Partey has pickpocketed marvellous Nakamba. Here's Saka on the right, into the feet of Lacazette. Saka goes down again under a strong challenge. Here's Pepe on the left now. He's just inside Villa's penalty area, cuts inside, shifts back onto his left foot, looks to stand one up at the far post. It will come to Cedric now on the byline. He'll just about keep this attack alive for Arsenal. We've ended up all the way back though with Gabriel on the halfway line. He is Holding. Don't forget, if you haven't smashed the like button, what are you waiting for? Over 140 of you watching us live at the moment. We only got 72 likes. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. It really helps the video, gets more eyes on the stream, And subsequently more eyes on the channel as Holding plays a good ball in behind for Bellerin. Inside the box, cuts it back towards Pepe, but Konsa gets ahead to it. Here's Lacazette. Arsenal playing in and around the edge of Aston Villa's penalty area here. Arsenal have been pretty good, I think, in the last 10-15 minutes, you know. If we didn't concede that goal inside a couple of minutes, we'd all be talking about how good we've been in this little period of time. Unfortunately, though, we've got to be better than good. We've got to be brilliant here. I think the ball's gone out for an Aston Villa throw in there, much to the frustration of the Arsenal players. Saka just helped the ball on and he got caught by Nakamba in that last period of play. It was just a little bit of a kick, wasn't it, on Bukayo Saka's ankle. Just seems to attract so much of that, doesn't he, Bukayo Saka? Cash with the throw in for Villa, met by the head of Gabriel. Partey picks it up on the halfway line, turns and carries it forward for Arsenal. He's waiting for Saka to make a run that's not coming. Gives it to Saka eventually, and he's stopped in his tracks by Cash. Here's Barkley now on the left for Villa. Round about the halfway line. He's got Grealish making a move ahead of him. Actually, Nakamba was booked for that challenge on Saka. So a couple of Villa players in the book already. Here's McGinn. Now Tyrone Mings. Nakamba for Cash at right back. Just inside Arsenal's half. Villa still in possession. Arsenal looking to press with Lacazette leading the charge. Nakamba helps it on, but he's giving it away. Here's Partey now in midfield for the Gunners. Plays a ball out to the left for Cedric, but the ball was a poor one. There's no way that Cedric's getting on the end of that. Really poor pass that from the former Atletico Madrid man. Signed, of course, in the summer for £45 million on deadline day. Many Arsenal fans at the time had given up hope of Arsenal landing Thomas Partey. And then, lo and behold, around about lunchtime, we heard that Arsenal had triggered the release clause. And for once, we had a bit of an exciting deadline day. Graham says Emile Smith-Rowe's on the periphery again. Yeah, I agree, but I also think that that number 10 role is the first one that teams try to nullify, if that makes sense, in terms of those attacking positions. They'd rather the wingers have the ball, wouldn't they, than the number 10 in the central position. So, yeah, you're right. He just doesn't look 100% fit. He just doesn't look sharp. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him substituted at some point in this game and replaced by Erdogan, because probably need a bit more energy in that position. Here's Pepe in behind Cash, sorry. Ball ends up in the arms of a grateful Emiliano Martinez though, but Nicolas Pepe has the pace to cause people problems. Big hello to Rory Jennings joining us as well in the live chat. Make sure you head over to Rory's channel and give him a subscribe if you haven't already. He says, I'm obviously happy that you are losing, but I must say your coverage and insight is up there with the best. Tip top. Thank you so much, Rory. Really appreciate your kind words. Make sure you head over to Rory's channel and give him a subscribe as well. Here's Pepe. Nakamba does well to just get a foot on that and win a free kick for Aston Villa, providing his team with some much needed respite. And for what it's worth, Rory, we hope that your team loses as well, mate. Chris Kavanagh just pulling the free kick back because the ball was moving. However, he says, I must echo Pete Doherty's sentiment. There are fewer, more distressing sights than that of an Englishman in a baseball cap. Mate, I am in desperate need of a haircut. And I couldn't be bothered to try and tame it, to be honest, before this stream. It's already early enough as it is. Maybe I'll make the effort when I go to work later. Don't forget, if you fancy tuning in to VSIN's live coverage of Fulham and West Ham later on in the Premier League. That's the 5:30 game this evening. I'll be on comms. You can hear it all across the United States. I'll share the link via my Twitter account as well. And I'll be joined by Nigel Seeley for some in-play betting. And of course, our brilliant producer, Jeremy Fulham, who will be alongside me in the studio. Here's Gabriel at left centre-back for Arsenal. Plays it out to Cedric. He'll carry the ball over the halfway line. Always having to check back, though, onto his stronger foot. You can see just that little bit of fluency in terms of the counter-attack is disrupted by the fact that Arsenal are playing with a right footer at left back, but with Kieran Tierney still sidelined and no real clear indication as to when he's going to return, you feel as though we might be playing with Cedric at left back for a while. Here's Partey into Lacazette. Lays it off to Xhaka midway inside Villa's half. Here's Pepe. He's got Cedric on the overlap. Inside the box, low cross, blocked by Cash. It will come back to the Portuguese defender. Plays it to Xhaka now. Looks up, not much on in front of him though. Plays it short into the feet of Emile Smith-Rowe, who will turn. Here's Pepe now inside Villa's box. Looks to go past his man. Does well here, Pepe. Still alive. Low cross. Deflected into the arms of Martinez, who just about prevents an Arsenal corner. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. So important for the channel. Arsenal will probably feel they should have had a free kick there, but the referee played advantage nonetheless. Big hello to Harry Land in the chat, who says, love a bit of Partey, but his passing has been off today. Needs to move it a bit quicker as well. Yeah, you're right. It feels like he's just taking an extra touch sometimes. And in taking that extra touch, he's slowing the progression down a little bit. Saka's gone down under a challenge from Grealish. The free kick is going to be taken by Cedric, it looks like. I think Arsenal are going to try and put this one into the mixer. Lots of you calling for Martin Ødegaard to get on the pitch today. Some of you may have thought that he would have started today, actually, given that Emile Smith-Rowe hasn't looked quite up to speed. Played a lot of football in Emile Smith-Rowe, and we know he's had injury problems too. Cedric goes to deliver the free kick. It was shut down by Traore there. Remember, with Saka taking a touch, the player was within his rights, I guess, to close. No, Saka didn't take a touch. That's why Arsenal are incensed by that, and they're going to get to take the free kick again because Traore's come steaming out there. Probably thought that Saka did take a touch. He didn't though, which means the defender had no right to charge it down. Arsenal will get another free kick just a few yards further forward now as a result of Traore's over-exuberance to get in front of that ball and block it. Cedric and Saka both stand over this. The big boys are forward once more. It's going to be Cedric to put it into the box. Met by a Villa head. Bellerin will take it down on his chest. Lofts it back in to the penalty area. Tyrone Mings with a strong header away. And it's helped on by Barkley, but it'll fall to Bellerin. Plays it forward. Laka helps it on to Holding. Holding playing on the opposition's penalty area. That's not something you see every day. Here's Pepe inside the box. Surely that's a handball that time. Pepe eventually shoots wide from the rebound. Is that not a handball? It looked like one at first glance. Holding plays it out to the right hand side. Pepe shifts it out of his feet. Maybe it struck the chest of Cash. No appeals from the Arsenal players, which is disappointing. You've got to at least appeal for those. Pepe had a second bite at the cherry, but with his weaker right foot and from a difficult angle, was unlikely to beat Martinez. Judging by the chat, I'm not the only one that thinks that that might have been a handball. Play continues anyway. Whether it was or it wasn't, it's disappointing not to see the Arsenal players appealing for it. At the very least, put pressure on the referees. Put them under pressure to make a call. Here's Traore, dispossessed by Pepe now. Gabriel picks up the loose ball and it's back with the Ivorian. Holds off a couple of challenges and then finds Emile Smith-Rowe, but across comes Ezri Konsa to shut the door on Smith-Rowe, who was looking to break away down the left-hand side. A couple of you in the chat saying you think it hit his stomach. Yeah, that might well have been the case. But I'm certainly going to appeal for it. Half-time fast approaching here at Villa Park. Matty Cash will take this throw in at right back for Aston Villa. They eventually take the throw in and Traore looks to switch the play, and he does so excellently actually to Matt Target. Now it's with Grealish on the halfway line, just steps inside Bellerin and wins his team a free kick as Aston Villa look to see out this first half. Of course, they lead through Ollie Watkins' goal. His deflected effort beat Matt Ryan after the ball was given away sloppily by Cedric. Villa take the free kick. It's played in towards Arsenal's penalty area, but Holding will head it down to Bellerin, who his clearance wasn't as effective as he'd have hoped because Villa are back on the ball with Grealish on the left. Bellerin thought he'd won his team a throw-in, but actually, according to the referee, it's gone the other way. Here is Lacazette defending. Mings chips it forward, back down the left-hand side. So much of Villa's play comes down that left-hand side, doesn't it? With Jack Grealish playing out there. It's going to be another Villa throw-in. Here's Grealish, goes down under the challenge of Bellerin. He wants a free kick. He's not going to get it. It's going to end up being an Arsenal goal kick, and you suspect that this might be Arsenal's last opportunity in this first half to get the ball forward. Mr. Tesh is praying that Willian does not get some time in the second half. I think we can all agree that Smith-Rowe's been a little bit out of sorts, but I do think the movement that he brings to the table, even when he's not 100%, just can help us create chances because he pulls people away. He appears on the left, on the right, and he pulls players out of position, often making up that extra body and creating those overloads I like to talk about. But if he is to make way at some point in the second half, due to maybe a lack of sharpness, you'd hope it would be for Martin Ødegaard, who we've bought in from Real Madrid with a real point to prove on a short-term deal. Fingers crossed he can come on and have an impact. And if he isn't trusted to make an impact, then really what was the point in bringing him in? Steve Stone says he just looks tired, Harry. I know he's trying. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not a lack of effort. I'm not saying that for a second. I just feel like a little bit more zip in that area could do us good as Arsenal play a ball in towards the far post area. Bukayo Saka this time, but his ball's gone out for a goal kick. Mikel Arteta will be disappointed that his team are a goal down because actually, probably overall, I would say Arsenal have been the better side up until now. There goes the half-time whistle at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Frustrating, of course. No doubt about that. It's really, really frustrating to see Arsenal trailing by a goal to 0 here, because we all can agree that aside from that stupid moment at the very beginning of the game, Arsenal actually have done okay, I would say. I think we've done okay. I think we've lacked a little bit of sharpness in the final third. I think we've lacked a little bit of cutting edge when we're trying to play those, those passes into. Cutting edge is the wrong word. I think we've lacked a little bit of sharpness in trying to play those passes, and I think, I think it can only get better in the second period. So Yeah, half time, Aston Villa 1, Arsenal nil. Let's hope for a better second half. As Xander says, looking very pedestrian. Topher says, heads up, we're still in this fight. Kai Hin says, we need to push higher up second half, make them walk back more. Thank you to Mr. Tesh for your kind commentary. Harry Land points out, actually, as well, that Bellerin has done pretty well with Jack Grealish. He's given away a couple of free kicks against him, but that's always going to be the case when you're playing against a player of Grealish's quality. Guys, I'm going to take a short break, just 5 minutes, just going to go and grab a drink. Need to protect the throat today because I'm working later on as well. So yeah, just going to go and grab a quick drink. Don't go anywhere. Stay where you are. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Don't leave the stream. It's really important that we have as many concurrent viewers as possible. So please stay where you are, and I'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Hello and welcome back to our live coverage of Aston Villa versus Arsenal in the Premier League. Unfortunately, as it stands, it is Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. I'm interested to know what you guys think. I know we went through some of the comments earlier on. We talked about the pedestrian football. We talked about the fact that we'd done actually quite well to cut out Jack Grealish. And the thing is, if you take out that one stupid moment right at the start of the game where Cedric played a really poor pass, didn't he, into which Traore took and put the ball into the box for Watkins, and that's where Villa's goal came from. If you take that moment away, defensively, apart from that Traore chance, I think we've done pretty well. Offensively, not so well. You know, we've got into some good areas, I think, but we haven't really been able to breach the defence. We haven't been able to play those intricate passes where it really matters. I don't think we've moved the ball with anywhere near enough zip at times. I think it's been, the word pedestrian that was used by one of you guys in the chat, I think is probably the best word you can use. Akshay says that we need Odegaard and Oba because we need some fresh legs. There's certainly an argument that says we need some fresh legs on the pitch. There's no doubt about that. We really do need to be a little bit sharper and a little bit more on the front foot. Having said that, we're playing against a very decent side, and I think we have to take that into account as well. So I'm not massively pissed off with that first half performance, if that makes sense. Obviously disappointed that we're behind, and in an ideal world we wouldn't be. But I'm still positive about the second period, because I feel like if Arsenal can add a little bit more zip, a little bit more tempo to their game, I don't see why we can't get ourselves back into this game. Big hello to Thomas, one of our members. He says, hey Harry, Arteta is not good enough, and as long as Xhaka plays, there is no flow in the game. Thomas, I love you, man. You're one of my favourite people on this channel. But how you can blame Granit Xhaka for that first half is beyond me. I think he's been excellent, as he has been in the last 10 games he's played in an Arsenal shirt. I think he's been brilliant. I think you're being really harsh, Thomas. And as I say, absolutely love you. One of my favourite people in the channel. But I don't get how you're blaming Granit Xhaka for that. He's not the problem. Honestly, he's not the problem at all. The problem has been that we haven't been effective when we've received the ball in the areas further forward. That's what I would say anyway. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. We're 5 away from hitting 100, which is, of course, the target. We've got 100 of you watching right now. So if you haven't done so, please do that. It really, really does help. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're enjoying the stream, I know we're not necessarily enjoying the game, but if you're enjoying the stream and you're enjoying the content, then please do consider signing up to become a members of the Chronicles of a Gooner YouTube channel. There's a link in the description where it says join this channel to get access to perks. Click on that. It will take you to the relevant page and you can do so. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to deal with that glare that's coming through from the window. Hold fire. Don't go anywhere. There we go. There we go. That's all good. There was a little bit of glare coming through, so I've just pulled the blind down. I know that can be really annoying for people when watching. Second half is almost upon us. Aston Villa against Arsenal in the Premier League. It's currently Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Really, I'm actually disappointed that we're behind, because I don't think our performance warrants us being behind. But obviously that one moment has really set us back and really cost us. So, yeah. You can't afford those moments in the Premier League, Teams will punish you. Teams will make you pay. And that's what's happened to us here this afternoon. Any predictions for the second half? Can you see Arsenal turning this one back around? Are you confident that Arsenal have what it takes? Or do you see Arsenal coming away from Villa Park with another disappointing result? Let me know. Of course, Villa have beaten us the last 2 times we've met in the Premier League, which is obviously far from ideal. So yeah, but we could put that right today. There's still 45 minutes to go. It's a long time in football. Lots can happen. So fingers crossed Arsenal can go out there in that second half, put on a a better performance, an improved performance, and we can end up getting something respectable out of this game. As I said before, I would have taken a draw at Villa, but my God, having lost at Wolves, that's no longer an option, really, is it? Arsenal probably need to win this to keep our top 4 hopes alive. And then, of course, with Leeds United to come on Sunday, next Sunday, we got that one to think about as well. That one, of course, is on Valentine's Day. So if you haven't dropped it to your partner yet that you're going to be watching Arsenal on Valentine's Day, I suggest you do so. I've done it nice and early because then the backlash of it is spread over the course of like a week instead of on just one day being really bad. So yeah, that's my advice to you. Alex McCarthy says, this is horrible to watch. The passing's been terrible. Lack of quality in the final third and no player seems to be up for it. Thomas says Suarez offers nothing. Afterling says Cedric is terrible. I mean, he's not been great today, but he's been very good in recent weeks. So I think criticism or overly harsh criticism of him as a player is a little bit over the top. I agree that today he's not been great though. I get that, but I don't know. Let's see what is going to happen in this second period. Inter Yanan says top 4 was never going to happen. Ye have little faith. Breve says Europa is all we have to hope for. Ninja Man says we need Odegaard on. Inter Yanan says the game's done. I said 1-0 Villa yesterday. Players are making their way back onto the pitch. Cedric discussing with Nicolas Pepe perhaps how they're going to try and hurt Villa. Both playing on the same side, of course. Mikel Arteta now making his way out onto the pitch as well. Or towards his dugout, I should say. Just tweeting out the link for those who will perhaps want to join us for the second period. Aston Villa going to kick us off this time. Chris Kavanagh, of course, the man in the middle, just doing a little count of the players. Cedric back up now, having just stopped to tie his shoelace. Here we go. Underway at Villa Park. Arsenal are currently trailing Aston Villa by a goal to nil. Just making sure the clock's all up to date for you guys so that if you are trying to sync your stream, you can do it as best as possible. Cody S says, jokes on you, Harry. I don't have a partner for Valentine's Day. Probably save yourself a lot of money, mate. Here's Bellerin now, carrying it forward for Arsenal. Finds Saka on the right-hand side. Can he isolate target here? Puts a ball into the penalty area, cut out by Konsa. Partey dispossesses Barkley, but according to Chris Kavanagh, Thomas Partey fouled Ross Barkley in doing so. Come on, you Gunners, let's do this. We've got the talent. We've got the ability. Topher says he's still faithful. Billy Anderson says that first half was really frustrating. Inter Yanan says no faith in Arteta. It's actually horrible coming across as negative all the time, but I can't see us moving forward. Dominic talks about the need for the need to turn it around. Arman talks about overlapping fullbacks could be key. Just trying to pick up as many of your comments as I possibly can quickly. Thomas says, come on you Gooners, we can do it. We absolutely can. Danny says, our gameplay looks too slow. Move the ball fast and we're going to win 3-1. Pat Charles says we need to put Aubameyang on the left now to play with heart and be a little bit more physical. Matt G says, come on Arsenal. Mr. Tesh says, come on you Gunners. Come on you Gunners indeed. Here's Barkley on the left of Arsenal's penalty area for Aston Villa. Does well to get away from holding there. Puts a ball into the box. It's over the head of Traore. But it comes to Cash on the edge of the box. Drives it low across the penalty area. Cut out by Gabriel. Here's Traore now. Good defending from Cedric. And I think... I thought he might have kicked it against Traore and won a goal kick there. But not according to the officials. It's going to be an Aston Villa corner. Wesbird says tempo is key. It really is. Villa are going to have this corner. They've played it short. It's back with Grealish. Edge of the box to Barkley. He scuffs the shot. And it bounces into the hands of Matt Ryan, thankfully. Here's Xhaka. Cody says, Harry, I know you're not a fan of moving Saka to left back for his sake, but would the team benefit from it? We've got more quality options at winger. Cedric has done okay, but wrong foot as a fullback is tough. You make a really good point, Cody. I feel like we lose too much in attack. Like, I don't trust Willian to do a job on the right, which is probably why I say that. Pepe whips one in. It's gone out for a goal kick, though. It just got a little bit too much on that Nicolas Pepe. Saka tried to keep it alive coming forward on the right-hand side, but it's gone out for a Villa goal kick. And Villa actually creating an opportunity of their own. We're talking about Arsenal in the final third, but Ross Barkley with an opportunity there from inside the penalty area. This ball's driven into him from Grealish, but it just has a little bit of a bounce on it, doesn't it, the pass, which makes it difficult for Barkley to control. We've hit 100 likes, so massive thank you to everyone for your support. Martinez is going to take this goal kick for Aston Villa. Met by the head of Gabriel. Pepe, will chase. Here is Martinez now. Plays it towards Grealish, but Bellerin won the header. Here's Saka. Back to Rob Holding. Back to Matt Ryan. Holding once more. Not much in the way of options for Rob Holding, but it plays the ball forward to Partey, who's done well to hold off Watkins, and then runs into marvellous Nakamba. Villa have it back, and Barkley's held off Granit Xhaka there. He'll drive forward. He's got Traore ahead of him, and Watkins finds Watkins, shoots from the edge of the box. Ryan with a good save down to his right. It's now with Grealish inside the penalty area for Villa. Into Barkley. Thinks about the shot and then goes back out left to Jack Grealish. The pair combine so well, don't they? That combination between Barkley and Grealish has been a real feature of Villa's positive play this season, and Watkins' header there at the far post is comfortably saved by Matt Ryan. Just looking at Thomas Partey in that replay, you know, he's lost the ball. He's run into an Aston Villa player, right? He's been dispossessed and he's just jogging back so slowly, like with no intensity whatsoever, as if he wasn't the man who made the error. Is he not fit still? What is the deal? Because that was unacceptable. Here's Pepe on the left for Arsenal. Cedric comes to support him. He'll whip one in, right-footed. Dealt with by Tyrone Mings. Konsa and Mings want you to lump the ball into the penalty area. That's what they want. That's what they find easy to defend. It's the intricate stuff. It's running at them that causes those two players problems. And we're playing into their hands at the moment. Here's Grealish driving forward now. Watkins is in space on the right. If he can somehow find him. Instead he goes with Barkley on the left. Shoots from the angle, left-footed into the side netting. But Arsenal almost getting caught out on the counter-attack there. Arsenal had numbers back and they did well to force Villa wide, I suppose, in that situation. But a lot of you saying in the chat now that Partey maybe should come off. Actually, I suggested Ceballos should come on in his place. Partey is not 100% fit fully, says Topher. He says, I really do question our medical staff and if they see out our players recovering fully. Yeah, he doesn't look at that level, does he? And I understand, right, that Arsenal are playing, well, all the teams at the moment are playing a hell of a lot of games in close proximity, but got to manage the team a bit better. Here's Pepe! Oh, that's so close from Nicolas Pepe. Stepped inside onto his right foot inside the Aston Villa defender, having received the ball from Emile Smith-Rowe. Just steps in field, Matty Cash there, and looks to guide it into the far corner with his right foot. Lacazette will probably say he wanted it squared, but Pepe was well within his rights to have an effort there. And unfortunately for Arsenal, it's just wide of the goal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's warm-up on the side of the pitch is intensifying. Are we going to see the Arsenal captain introduced before long? Martinez's goal kick, met by the head of Gabriel. Partey, nowhere near it, to be fair to him, and he's nowhere near Matty Cash here, who's driving forward for Villa. Here's Ollie Watkins on the right. Arsenal got plenty of bodies back this time though. In fact, every single Arsenal shirt is behind the ball. It's with Marvellous Nakamba on the halfway line. He squares it to Ezri Konsa just inside his own half. Cash wins Villa a throw-in. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really does help. And if you're interested in becoming a member for access to our members only content and various other benefits, then click the link in the description for information on the tiers available. Here come Aston Villa once more. Traore holding off the challenge of Cedric. It's now with John McGinn. Back to Matty Cash. Villa have it on the right hand side. Dominic Harry says, do you have any confidence we can turn this around? Not based on the first 10 minutes or so of this second half, no. As McGinn shoots from distance, beaten away by Matt Ryan, makes a good save to it down to his left. John McGinn just able to step inside. He had so much time and space to get the shot away. Would have had to have been some effort to beat Matty Ryan from that distance. But if anybody looks the more likely at the moment, it's Aston Villa. And that's a problem. Here's Saka carrying the ball forward. Bellerin's making an overlapping run. Saka continues his run, and Bellerin's pass was such a poor one. You could see what he was trying to do, but the execution of it was just a million miles away from where it needed it to be. Here's Lacazette into Emile Smith-Rowe on the edge of the box. Dances past a couple of players, gets a shot away, blocked by Mings. That's Emile Smith-Rowe's best moment so far. Came to life on the edge of the penalty area. But unfortunately for him, his effort was blocked by Tyrone Mings, who stood tall inside his own penalty area there for Aston Villa. Here is Tyrone Mings now. Squares it to Ezri Konsa. It's back with Emi Martinez. Takes a touch and then plays it short to Mings. The Aston Villa centre-back plays it long with his left foot. Hector Bellerin gets ahead on it. Plays the ball infield. Will Partey win this? He does. Gets there ahead of Ross Barkley. It's now with Gabriel at centre-back. Under a little bit of pressure, though, from Ross Barkley. And Arsenal managed to work their way out of trouble. Xhaka with a ball out towards the left flank. Taken down brilliantly on the chest by Nicolas Pepe. Plays it slightly infield to Smith-Rowe. The referee certainly got in his way there. Arsenal still in possession though with Granit Xhaka into the feet of Lacazette. Now it's with Bellerin out to the right where he'll find Bukayo Saka. Shifts it inside onto his stronger foot. Bellerin with a shot from the edge of the box. Looked like it was headed for that bottom corner, but Emi Martinez gets down to his right. Makes a decent stop. Placement was probably right from Hector Bellerin, but it just lacked the venom to beat Emi Martinez. Just seen a replay of that Emile Smith-Rowe chance once again. Good opportunity for Arsenal. Good defending in the end from Tyrone Mings in particular. Arsenal playing in bursts at the moment, and that certainly was a little burst. Couple of efforts on goal. One blocked and one saved by the goalkeeper. But we need to add that tempo to our game. That bit of zip that we've been missing. In that, and the accuracy as well in the final ball as Bellerin comes forward, finds Saka, he's inside the penalty area. Saka shoots with his right foot. It's another block from an Aston Villa defender. This time Matt Targett cuts it out at the near post and Arsenal have a corner. Bellerin getting forward far more frequently in this second half, and perhaps with him playing on his right side, it might be more beneficial for Arsenal that he is the one of the two fullbacks to bomb on that little bit more. Aubameyang getting stripped and ready. He's about to take to the field. He's putting his shirt on. Can he come on and make an impact? Over 200 of you watching us now. Let's get the likes up to 150. Delivery comes in. It's gone through everyone and it's gone out for an Aston Villa goal kick. Lacazette threw himself across the near post. The ball seemed to go past everybody. Just seeing a replay of the incident. Delivery come in. Lacazette bundled into Emi Martinez. Martinez wants a free kick. You can see they've both got a hold of each other. Martinez is also holding on to Lacazette's shirt. But why was nobody following that in at the back post? That's the question. Aubameyang is about to enter proceedings here. It's going to be Lacazette to make way. Not had his greatest game tonight, or today, I should say. Alexander Lacazette, but he has had to drop a lot deeper. He has had very little service, to be fair to him. But can Aubameyang deliver the goal that Arsenal was so desperately looking for here at Villa Park? 58 minutes on the clock here. It's Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Partey hooks it forward. Tyrone Mings clears it right back. Holding gets ahead to it. Pepe helps it on. Mings plays it forward for Aston Villa. Went down under the challenge of Aubameyang, who was a little bit late there, but the referee played advantage. Akshay says everybody, including Saka, is looking tired. That little bit of guile was missing. Yeah, and this could be a game where Arteta needs to turn to the bench to try and get ourselves back into it. Pepe inside the box. Cuts it back to the edge of the box for Emile Smith-Rowe. It's with Xhaka now. Out left to Cedric. He's inside Villa's penalty area. Delivery in with the outside of his foot into the arms of Martinez. He'll clear it early for Villa, who have clearly got a plan to do that. They've got a plan for Martinez to be distributing the ball at the earliest opportunity. It's how they scored their goal. Very much looking to hit Arsenal on the counter-attack. Direct stuff from Villa. Pepe just lays it off to Cedric, but the bounce just fooled the Portuguese defender and it's gone out for an Aston Villa throw-in. Lewis Cooper says Martinez pinging balls like prime Beckham. He really is at the moment. Approaching the hour mark here at Villa Park. Matt Cash with the throw-in. It's a long throw-in towards Watkins. Comes off of his chest and now it's with Gabriel. Graham says it's our best spell. Feels like it. Thomas says good time for a sub. I don't disagree with that. Steve Stone disagrees with the decision to take Lacazette off. I know what you mean. Just feel like if a chance falls in the right area, you kind of back Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang a little bit more, would you? I certainly do. Maybe that's not based on recency though. It's based more on their overall Arsenal records. Aubameyang's been a far more potent goal scorer, but you do make a good point. When Aubameyang plays in the centre forward role, the link-up play is nowhere near as effective. I agree with that. As Martinez chips it out to Cash. Good work from Xhaka there, but he's conceded a throw-in. I think Smith-Rowe is probably got to be one you're considering hooking off now, as Thomas points out in the comments as well. Xhaka really unlucky there. Ball came off of his hand and Villa got given a free kick, which they've taken, and Barkley has it on the right flank for the hosts now. Traore's come to support him. Danny Saidu says the lack of movement off the ball from us is so annoying. It really, really is, mate. Martin Erdegaard is stripped and ready. He's going to be entering proceedings. You suspect he's going to come on and replace Emile Smith-Rowe. Here's Watkins holding the ball up in the corner for Villa. Grealish has gone out there as well and plays a delightful back heel into his teammate. Here is Grealish now inside Arsenal's penalty area. Rolls his foot over the ball, holds off a couple of challenges. Watkins has it to the right of the penalty area now. Lots of Arsenal bodies back. Villa will be happy to have possession in this area of the pitch. Here come Villa bursting into the penalty area. Nicolas Pepe was back there doing his defensive duty. That's something he's really added in the last few weeks. Bellerin looks for Emile Smith-Rowe, but the pass again wasn't quite right. Villa have it back. Here is Grealish. Just so difficult to get the ball off Jack Grealish. Still got it for Villa. Such a silky footballer. What I would do to have him at Arsenal. Really like the player, really do. Here's Bellerin crossing the halfway line for Arsenal now. He's got Saka on the outside of him, just driving forward. Saka steps inside his man, looks to put it into the box. It's come off the face of Grealish. Attack still alive here. Here's Xhaka. About 30 yards out, chips it into Pepe, takes it down brilliantly inside the box, low ball across the face of goal, almost found Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aston Villa defending that really, really well. A clash between Aubameyang and Martinez, former teammates of course. Grealish has now gone down as well, holding his face after the ball struck him. Really nice ball from Granit Xhaka into Nicolas Pepe. Wonderful control. Good ball into the box, into the right area. Put it in between goalkeeper and striker, which is where you want to stick it. Martinez got a hand to it. Tyrone Mings was coming in around the back of Aubameyang as well. And I actually think it was Tyrone Mings who caught Martinez. Collision between teammates. Flattened the Argentine goalkeeper, but he's up and he looks fine to continue. Jack Grealish the same. Both sides are going to make changes here. Chris Kavanagh just directing those who need to leave the field, having received treatment. Arsenal have made that change. Ødegaard has replaced Cedric, so perhaps some of you have got your wish. Maybe Bukayo Saka is going to go back at left back. Certainly seems that way. Saka to left back can give us something, I guess, going forward from that position. Ødegaard will start from the right. Emile Smith-Rowe stays on, and I guess, look, we need a goal, so why would you want to take off all your attacking threat? I get that. Villa's change. We'll see Traore replaced by the Egyptian Trezeguet. Arsenal's new boy is on the field. Signed on loan until the end of the season from Real Madrid. Can Martin Ødegaard impact this game in the last 25 minutes or so? Certainly make himself an Arsenal hero pretty quickly if he did. Norwegian starved of game time at Real Madrid, but his talent is clear for everybody to see. Here he is getting his first touch. I think Smith-Rowe has gone out to play on the right-hand side based on the way the team is setting up at the moment. Here is Smith-Rowe, takes it on the chest. Back to Bellerin. Here's the new boy, Ødegaard, lays it off to Xhaka, who then found Saka at left back. Xhaka looks up, plays it out left to Saka. Will give Matty Cash at right back a different kind of problem. Here's Pepe, dispossessed though by Trezeguet. Cash plays it forward, miscontrolled by McGinn. Arsenal have a throw on in line with the edge of Aston Villa's penalty area. Over 250 of you watching us live. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're interested in becoming a member, supporting the channel, as well as receiving access to various perks, then click the link in the description. Saka chips it into the box. Aubameyang goes up for the header. It's just wide of Martinez's goal. Well worked by Arsenal on the left-hand side. Xhaka into Pepe. Saka made the overlapping run, just stood it up on the edge of the 6-yard box. You feel like Aubameyang got up a little bit too early there. Unable to generate the power he needed on the header. And it ends up going just wide of Emi Martinez's goal. I'm just seeing a replay of Aston Villa's goal, and actually having seen it, you know, Matt Ryan's already dived for the initial shot and the deflection changes the path of the ball. You can't blame Matt Ryan for that, surely. I've seen some of you saying that earlier on in the chat, but I think if you watch it back calmly, I think you'll agree with me that it was very, very unfortunate. Here's Gabriel, plays it out left for Nicolas Pepe. Matt Cash just cuts that ball out just before it reached the Ivorian, and Arsenal have a throw on their left. I know we wanted all 3 points, but at this stage, 67 minutes on the clock, you'd take a draw here, wouldn't you? Here's Partey. Chips it out to the left. Saka takes it down with a nice, neat first touch. Plays it infield for Xhaka. Good ball in between the lines. Pepe's inside the box. Low across the goal. Saved by Martinez. Good work again from Saka and Pepe combining. And thanks to the good passing of Granit Xhaka, Arsenal are looking a real threat down that side as well. Come on, it's the Xhaka factor. Saka played it infield to Xhaka. Lovely ball in between the lines to Pepe. Drove it towards goal. Took a slight deflection off of Ezri Konsa. Almost wrong-footed Martinez, who saved it with a right foot. Was always going to be the case, wasn't it? Martinez making stops against his former club. Trying to prove a point. Trying to prove that Mikel Arteta was maybe wrong to let him go. In comes a delivery from Ødegaard. It's into the arms of Emi Martinez. Disappointing free kick that. And the Villa goalkeeper in no rush whatsoever. He's had the ball in his hand for an age. Surely. How long is the goalkeeper allowed to have the ball in his hand? It's ridiculous. That's one of those rules in football that is never enforced, but it should be. It's clear time wasting. Arsenal with a throw-in now in the left-back position, which Saka will take. Xhaka will help it on. Partey takes it down on his chest. But Villa have it back. Thought Pepe might have fouled the Villa player there, but play continues. Here's Barkley. Looks for Watkins' feet, but Gabriel does well to cut it out. Xhaka into Rob Holding now. Now it's Emil Smith-Rowe. Into Ødegaard. Makes the run. Emil Smith-Rowe, and the Norwegian picks him out brilliantly. Emil Smith-Rowe continues, but Matt Targett just got enough on the ball to see it cannon back off Smith-Rowe and go out for a Villa goal kick. Really unfortunate for Arsenal there. The pass from Ødegaard maybe could have done with a little bit more weight on it. It's good defending from Targett, and he's lucky actually that Emil Smith-Rowe's stride has seen him knock the ball out of play for a goal kick. Arsenal have played 104 passes in the final third in comparison to Villa's 65. Yet it's Villa who are leading this game by 1-0. Arsenal have a free kick deep inside their own half. Xhaka. Square to Rob Holding, who stepped out of the defence to join the midfield play here. Into Emil Smith-Rowe. Helps it on to the new boy. Here's Martin Ødegaard. Plays it left. Saka lets it run. Pepe has it now. Into the feet of Saka. Cuts it back. Arsenal trying to be a little bit too intricate there inside Aston Villa's penalty area. They come away with the ball, but send it up with Granit Xhaka, and Arsenal can come again. Here's Aubameyang. Into Saka, but with Aubameyang there's no one in the box. Saka stands it up towards the far post. Emil Smith-Rowe will look to keep it alive, but it's always going to be difficult. You know, you do wonder when Aubameyang goes and joins in on the play on the left-hand side, who is the target in the middle? That's where Arsenal are finding spaces at the moment, in the wide areas. Gabriel getting back to prevent Ollie Watkins racing away with it. He's on his own byline here, Gabriel, and he plays it forward to Holding, who eventually drop back. Thomas is calling for Dani Ceballos to be introduced in midfield. No sign of Mikel Arteta making another change right now. Certainly nobody stripped and ready anyway. Here is Saka coming down the left flank. Skips beyond his man. Held up though by Cash. Plays it infield to Erdegaard. Helps it on for Pepe. Can he keep this alive? He does brilliantly, the Ivorian. It's still with Arsenal here to the left of Villa's penalty area. Here's Granit Xhaka just outside of it. Erdegaard looks to put a cross into the box. It's been deflected out and it's going to be an Arsenal corner. Gabriel's forward, Holding's forward. Thomas Partey's down and he's holding his hamstring. That's all we need. An injury to Thomas Partey, that's going to see him miss another load of games. Oh, it's so frustrating because we know when he's fit what a player this guy can be. But why is he unable to stay fit since he's come to the Emirates Stadium? I just don't get it. You can put it down to luck, but you can also probably put it down to him being overplayed at a time when he's not 100% fit. We know he's important. We know he's key. But the mismanagement of him, if you want to call it that, just feels... And I don't even blame Mikel Arteta. I actually blame the medical staff who are passing these players fit to play when clearly they haven't recovered. Clearly they haven't recovered. You know, we don't know that it is that. We don't know that it is that. You know, a hamstring can go at any time for anyone. But it is frustrating given his history with us already. Erdegaard puts this corner into the box. It's met by a Villa head. Can Bellerin keep this alive? Heads it back into the box. Headed up by Grealish, and then McGinn will help it on. Good work from Rob Holding there to prevent Villa clearing their lines, and then he... Oh, he's done really well there, Holding. I thought he was going to get a free kick given against him. Aubameyang helps it to Bellerin. There's players at the far post. If he can pick out Gabriel, did well to get across his man. Couldn't guide the header goalwards though. If ever there was a day for Willian to step up and announce himself to the Arsenal fans after a really disappointing, start to his Arsenal career, this is it. Here's Erdegaard. Now Pepe to Granit Xhaka. Good ball to Willian on the left-hand side. Willian will get to the byline. Willian will look to cut it back. It's deflected back off of him though, and it's going to be an Aston Villa goal kick. It's just going to be one of those days, isn't it? It's just not going our way. It's just not going our way at the moment. Another injury to Thomas Partey. Chances going begging. Harry Land says, going back to the Partey thing, he's overplayed because Elneny and Ceballos aren't good enough. It's all we've got. I agree with you. But we just, I don't know, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you want to see him in the side whenever he's available. And as I said, a hamstring, if it is that, can go at any point. You can be as fit as a fiddle and still pull your hamstring and be very unlucky. Only takes the weight to be applied in the wrong area or a sudden movement that your muscles and body aren't necessarily prepared for, and that can happen. But it just feels like with it happening so often with Thomas Partey at the moment that there's got to be a deeper lying issue with his fitness, and Arsenal up until now haven't managed that anywhere near well enough, I'd say. Xhaka penalised for a foul on Jack Grealish. He certainly didn't get the ball there, did he? Villa going to make another change. Ross Barkley is going to be replaced by Ramsey. Xander points out that the last time, well, the first time Partey picked up a serious injury in an Arsenal shirt wasn't it? The home game against Aston Villa. We went and won at Old Trafford. Everything looked great. We got thumped at home by Aston Villa and we lost Thomas Partey at half-time in that game. Akshay says, funny, isn't it? Partey looked like a rock at Atletico. Here he's like glass. And as Wesbird rightly points out, lack of depth in quality is going to kill us. Aston Villa posing a threat of their own, but Arsenal get it clear. They work it well. It's back with Gabriel inside his own penalty area. Puts his foot on it. Does the Brazilian. And then plays a long ball forward into the direction of Aubameyang. Here's McGinn for Villa. Helps it on towards Ramsey, who's just come on, but Gabriel was there on hand. That's a poor ball inside from Bukayo Saka. It's with Watkins on the edge of the box. Now it's Grealish inside Arsenal's penalty area. Makes room for the shot, forces a really good stop out of Matt Ryan, diving to his left. Really good save that. Prime example of why you cannot give Grealish the ball in those kind of areas. Here's Watkins, gets to the byline, looks to cut it back. It deflects off Gabriel up into the hands of Matt Ryan, but you cannot allow Jack Grealish on the edge of the box even the slightest bit of time, even when you think you're tight, even when you think you're there, you're able to prevent him just skipping past you. He's got that guile, that trickery, and the ability to just glide past people and make space. Ball into the box for Arsenal here, headed up in the air by Tyrone Mings. It's back with Saka to the left of the penalty area. His cross is blocked, comes to Willian. Skips inside his man. Willian from the edge of the box. Cut out by Mings. It's back with Saka. So many blocks from Aston Villa players here today. And Saka's won Arsenal a corner. 79 minutes on the clock. Come on, you Gunners. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0 here. It's not been our day. We've lost Thomas Partey again. We're without Kieran Tierney. But can Arsenal find a way back into this one? Can Arsenal level it and at least return back to London with what will have been a hard-fought point? Gabriel with a chance. He should have put his foot through it, Gabriel. The ball fell to him inside the penalty area. He hit it on the turn and he just didn't get anywhere near conviction in the shot. You've seen a replay of that Grealish effort again. Looks as though he's going to cut inside and then just shifts the ball onto that left foot of his. Matt Ryan makes a good save. It's at a decent height for the goalkeeper, you have to say. But he still has to make the save. And he does well to palm it away from the on-rushing Aston Villa attackers as well. Ross Barkley's really pissed off with being substituted. Kicked the bottle there. Dean Smith doesn't look impressed by that. Not our problem, but always interesting to see. Don't forget, if you haven't hit the like button, we want to hit 150. We're just 11 away. Just 11 away. So make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. It really does help. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Xhaka will take this throw in at left back for Arsenal quickly. Now it's with Gabriel. Holding over the head of Grealish, and Bellerin will play it infield. Emile Smith-Rowe is going to pick this one up. You can see that he's gone central, and Erdegaard has taken up position on the left flank. Here's Xhaka into Willian. Away with it comes McGinn, and Willian's fouled him. It is a foul from Willian. Just hasn't got the pace, hasn't got the athleticism to keep up with someone like John McGinn when he's in full flow. Martinez is going to come out and take this free kick. It's around about 20 yards shy of the halfway line. Martinez will take it. Gabriel gets ahead to it. Emile Smith-Rowe struggles to get it under control. Arsenal have it back though now, and here is Emile Smith-Rowe once more. Turns away from a couple of Villa bodies. Lays it off to Erdegaard. Looks to put it through the legs of Grealish, but he's dispossessed. Here is Grealish. Now Watkins gets a shot away. Agonisingly close to add in a second for Aston Villa there. Ollie Watkins. Shot with his left foot back across Matt Ryan's goal. Low effort. Just rolled wide of Matt Ryan's post. You'd like to think he had his ankles covered there, Matt Ryan. But it's inches away from sneaking inside that far post and giving Aston Villa a second. Here is Gabriel. Now Xhaka. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe. Into Saka. He's got Willian outside of him. Here is the Brazilian now. Checks back. Finds Saka. To the left of Villa's penalty area. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe through the legs of the defender. Saka cuts it back. It falls to Martin Erdegaard, who's fired over the bar. Oh. That was an opportunity. You feel like he just tried to put too much on it there, the Norwegian. Really well worked from Smith-Rowe and Saka. He cut it back to Erdegaard. The pass was maybe a little bit short. It just forced the Norwegian to maybe just adjust his run. Gets a really good contact on it, but it's always rising and it's gone over Emi Martinez's crossbar. That will go down as a chance for sure. Got to hit the target. You can see the disappointment in his face having missed that. Bellerin into Pepe. Grealish driving forward. Arsenal have it back though now with Emile Smith-Rowe. Here's Willian on the left flank now. Plays it back in field. Here's Holding. Out to Pepe, who's now on the right. Now Erdegaard. Finds Pepe once more. He's got Bellerin ahead of him. Thinks about putting the ball into the penalty area. He tries and then it's blocked. Here's Saka. Into Holding. Dispossessed by Ollie Watkins, who will carry the ball forward now. Lays it off to Jack Grealish. Can Villa put this one to bed? Here's Watkins, steps inside Holding, makes room for the shot. Another good save from Ryan, falls to Trezeguet. Ryan comes out to deal with it. It's still alive here for Villa. Gabriel heads it off of the goal line. Flag's gone up against one of the Villa boys anyway. Aston Villa again looking the more likely, despite already leading this match. Watkins with a low effort again towards that far post. Good stop from Matt Ryan down to his left hand side. Got a really strong hand to it, and it had to be a strong hand from the Australian. Just 9 likes shy of hitting 150, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already. There's over 220 of you watching us live right now. Here's Willian on the left hand side. Steps in field. Looks back out wide and finds Saka. Here goes Willian. Looks to go past McGinn. Wants a free kick. He's not going to get one. That was just weak. Weak from the Brazilian. Weak. There's no other way to describe it. And I agree with Alexander Crisp's comment. Keep Pepe on the left. Willian has been bad on either side. I completely agree. Pepe's been so much more effective for Arsenal playing on that side. He really, really has. Header from Watkins. Ramsey looks to take it down. Bellerin goes into the challenge. Holding eventually comes across and helps him out. Here's Martin Ødegaard. Now Nicolas Pepe. He's had another decent game tonight. I keep saying tonight. Today, Nicolas Pepe. It's because I got the blinds shut to avoid the glare and I feel like I'm in darkness. Saka into Willian. Holds off the challenge of Cash. It's back with Gabriel. Now Xhaka. Into Bellerin. Out to the right hand side where Martin Ødegaard has taken up position. He plays it infield to Holding. Every single Aston Villa player is back behind the ball defending now. Xhaka puts it in towards the far post area, but it will go into the arms of Emi Martinez, who will catch it, drop down to the ground, and will no doubt waste as much fucking time as he possibly can. Time's running out. But in terms of clear-cut chances, we just haven't done enough. We haven't done enough. Tyrone Mings has just been given the man of the match, which tells you all you need to know. He's been a brick wall today, Tyrone Mings. Block after block after block after last-ditch tackle after block after last-ditch tackle. Here's Ramsey for Villa. Shot from the edge of the box. Comfortable save for Matt Ryan. The ball needs to be down the other end of the pitch. And look, Gooner makes a great point in the chat. And I've received a couple of texts as well whilst we're on, basically saying the same thing. What has Willian done to warrant getting on ahead of Gabriel Martinelli here? Has he got nudes of Mikel Arteta? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. The guy has not performed since the opening day of the season. Did okay in the second half against Southampton in the Cup. Did okay at Old Trafford. But other than that, he's been so underwhelming. Yet he continues to get a look in ahead of people like Gabriel Martinelli. And it is frustrating. Arteta living and breathing every bit of action. Somehow a free kick was given against Emile Smith-Rowe in the midst of all of that, which Martinez will take. Gabriel gets ahead to Xhaka, looks to help it on. Villa have it back with Watkins. He's done a really good job, Watkins, of holding the ball up front for Villa. Here's Ødegaard. Plays it to his right where he finds Bellerin, who's charging forward. Here's Pepe now. One-on-one with Matt Targett. Shows him a couple of step-overs. Cuts it inside to the fullback. Gets it back, does Nicolas Pepe. Plays it infield to Xhaka. He's thought about the chip pass to Saka. Instead goes for Willian. He'll shoot from the edge of the box. It's blocked. Here's Xhaka once more, midway inside Villa's half. It's now with Bukayo Saka on the left wing. Plays it into Emile Smith-Rowe. Just checks back. Here's Saka. Goes past a couple of Villa players. Is a deflection going to fall our way? Just once. Just once today. That's all I'm asking. Here's Holding. Into Smith-Rowe. All of this taking place in front of Aston Villa's defence, frustratingly. Saka looks to put a cross in. Is it going to go out for a corner? No, of course it's not, because we're not that lucky. Trezeguet hooks it away. Now with Willian on the left flank. We've got to move the ball quicker, Arsenal. It's 5 minutes of time added on. We've had one of those already. Here is Bukayo Saka. Ball into the box. It's behind a couple of Arsenal players. Will it fall to Ødegaard? No, it won't. Looked as though it might have fallen to the Norwegian, who done well actually to follow up the ball. The ball came in from Saka. It was behind Holding. Aubameyang missed it. Ødegaard was alive to it. Came off of his head and then Bounced up kindly for Emi Martinez, who was quick off of his line to get there. I do feel we've been unlucky today. Like, I really do. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's not good enough and all of that. And, you know, we'll review it later on with a calmer head. But I do feel like right now at this stage that we've been unlucky. We've not lost this game if we do indeed go on to lose this game. We've not lost it due to a lack of effort. We've lost it due to a lack of quality when it really mattered. Still time though. Still 2.5 minutes or so remaining of the added 5. Here's Pepe. Cuts inside his man. Dispossessed though. Fortunately for Arsenal, it will fall to Holding. And now it's with Xhaka. Lovely ball into the feet of Saka. Now Ødegaard. He's looked quite lively. It hasn't always come off for him in the final third, but he's been involved. Ball towards the right for Bellerin, but Grealish was alert to it. Look at the work rate from the new boy to get out there and close down Jack Grealish. Surely that's a handball from Grealish. Referee not interested. Just glides past Holding, glides past Xhaka, who's taking him out. He's going to get shown a yellow card as well, rightly so. We really lack a player like Grealish who can, look at him here, skips inside Holding with such ease, glides past Xhaka. The only way to stop him is to foul him. Just so elegant in the way he carries the ball. Just goes past people with ease. Makes it look like it's nothing. And you need that in the final third sometimes. When you're struggling to deal with a low block, you need a bit of that. Arsenal just don't have it. Holding with a header. Ramsey for Villa. Struggles to keep that in. Don't know what the referee... Has he given a throw-in or has he given a goal kick? Bellerin thinks it's a throw-in. Martinez. Ryan and Holding are scrambling around thinking it's a goal kick. Bellerin thought it was a throw. Absolute mess. Here is Ødegaard. Lovely ball in behind for Nicolas Pepe to run onto. Nicolas Pepe's inside Villa's penalty area, but it's such a bad touch from Pepe. He tried to step inside Mings, I think, too early. He's won a corner, but that's a brilliant ball from Ødegaard out to the left-hand side. Just Pepe a little bit too predictable, and that's what I hate about Pepe playing on the right-hand side. It is too predictable. In comes the delivery from the Norwegian, headed clear by Target at the near post. Willian wins a challenge. Come on. Referee's pulled it up because it's a head injury, but I don't think he was going to give a free kick against Willian there. Grealish got the ball, to be fair, and Willian got none of it. Grealish shown a yellow card, I think for dissent. I think he's talked himself into the book there. This is a strange decision. I mean, we'll take it because it's a free kick and a chance for us to get the ball in the box. But how was that an Arsenal free kick? Willian came steaming into the back of Grealish. Here's Emil Smith-Rowe. Full-time whistle has gone at Villa Park. Is finished. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Really, really disappointing result, of course. Horrible one to take. Hard one to take, to be honest, because I didn't think we were that bad today. I know that, you know, we were missing quality in certain areas. And Thomas says, are we unlucky every match, or when are you going to say that Arteta is not good enough? I think when Mikel Arteta sets us up in a shape that defends well for the most part and gets into the position to create chances, you have to start to look at the players. You have to start to look at the players that are not executing the opportunities that are coming their way. They're not taking the chances. They're missing that bit of guile. They're missing that bit of zip. It's really harsh to, you know, to dig out, I think. It's really harsh to dig out, sorry, but to dig out Mikel Arteta on this display is wrong. I think you can maybe ask questions about why he brought Willian on instead of maybe Gabriel Martinelli, and I think that would be a fair thing to ask. But other than that, I don't think Mikel Arteta has managed this game poorly whatsoever. Like, if you don't rate him, that's fine. You know, that's cool. But you can't blame him for today. You know, as Xander says in the chat so well, nothing clicked today. That's what it is. That's what it is. Kai Hin says a big shout out to Matt Ryan as well, who did well as well. Yeah, he did. He did pretty well. Made some good stops. Right, we're going to leave it there. That brings us to the end of this live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out if you haven't already. The review show will be coming to you guys tomorrow morning now. I'll be bringing that to you at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, just because, unfortunately, I am working this evening. I've got to get ready now and shoot down to the studio. I'd have loved to stick around and do it now, but we're going to have to leave it till tomorrow morning. Hope you can all forgive me for that. Come and join me then at 10 a.m. and we'll go through the game, and we'll be back in the evening for another show as well, where we can have a little bit more of a conversation if you're not an early morning Sunday person. Until then, take care. Thank you all for your continued support. We got there with the audio in the end. We got there with the scoreboard in the end. We're picking it up in terms of the watch-alongs. Unfortunately, the result didn't go our way. But it is what it is. We move forward, and look forward to chatting with you all in the next 24 hours or so about this one. Until then, take care.